I had just a brief opportunity to chat with her. She was out there working diligently. I love that we have people that really have taken this really seriously. Until just about 10 or 15 minutes ago, she was modifying her presentation to take into consideration some of the things that she heard here over the last 2 days, or day and a half. So we're thankful for her presence and her intentionality and bringing something that's full of content. So Desiree is known for helping businesses stand out online. She's an energetic video creator, Facebook Live host, social media consultant, and speaker about strategic video and content marketing. She's known for her step-by-step plans to help businesses, brands, and solopreneurs take actionable steps toward a successful online marketing plan. She's dedicated to helping the everyday business owner get results with their online marketing and helping bigger brands expand their marketing in new and creative ways. Her credentials include being a social media examiner contributor, founder of Social Media Day Phoenix, which has been officially proclaimed a day in the state of Arizona, former social media producer for CBS 5 Phoenix, hostess of the Marketing for Your Boring Business podcast and Facebook Live show, YouTuber, and award-winning social media manager. She's a mom to 2 rambunctious kids, a dog, and a wife to a United States Airman. And so please welcome Ms. Desiree Martinez as she shares with us a strategic video marketing plan to maximize exposure and sales.
All right, before I start, I want everyone to stand up. I don't want you to wiggle. I tell my kids, get your wiggles out. You all been sitting. None of you stood in between words. I want you to get out. And the reason I'm having you is I want you to get your blood pumping. I want you to do lots of fingers, jazz fingers, stretch them out, because I am about to put your fingers to work along with that brain, because this is a lot. There's a lot that's going to happen in this. Okay, so you guys can sit down now. We all good? Especially because it's like right before lunch, you know? They always put me like before food or after food, and I'm always like, So, what to do about that? Okay, so like she said, my name is Desiree Martinez. I run all-in-one social media, which I will dive into for you. I have made this very easy. I know a lot of people love to take pictures of slides, so I made it really easy for you guys. If there's a camera in the bottom of the slide, that's probably something that you want to take a picture of. So before we jump into this, though, I want to make sure that you guys are armed with the right resources for what we're doing in this presentation. So pull out your phones, and I want everyone to pull up Facebook Messenger. All right? You guys might actually have to get up at one point too to do this. And I want you to tap your face in the upper left-hand corner of your Facebook Messenger. All right? And then you should see your face again like this. And then you're going to tap scan my code. All right? Is everyone there? You good? You ready? All right. This is my code. I want you to scan it. What it's going to do is it's going to give you a message from my Facebook bot, which is going to give you links to all the resources I talk about in this presentation. So just hit get started, and it'll give you everything that you need, okay? I'm going to put this up at the end as well if you guys need help. Again, if you need to get up to scan, go ahead. Hold on, ready? Right here, ready? All right, guys. I usually have this in there for if you don't read my bio beforehand, but like she said, I'm a social media examiner contributor. I've been doing social media marketing since 2010, back when people were like, what's Facebook? That's so weird. And so I've been doing this for the past 10 years. But in 2013, my husband and I, in August of 2013, I had the craziest month you could probably ever imagine. Every single major life event that could happen happened. I got married. I made a baby. And we joined the United States Air Force. So, yeah, okay. So I, at the time, was like, you know what, I'm like fully ready to embrace mom's life. I grew up a latchkey kid, and I was all about being a mom to these 2 incredibly weird children that I made. And I was like, let's do this. So we got stationed at our first base in the middle of nowhere in Texas, because that's where all the good airplanes are, apparently. And something started happening. So if you don't know, every single military base around the world has a spouses group for, like a Facebook group. And it's where if you're coming in to the base, or if you're already there, you're able to get information about your local area. The first thing that any military spouse does, the moment their husband comes home and says, or their wife comes home and says, we have orders to said base, They go to Facebook and they find the group and they join it. Right, so I started noticing this problem over and over and over again. And it was, I can't get work. No one will hire me. And I'm not talking like bigger, more salary jobs like as secretaries, assistants, teachers, things like that. These are people that are trying to get jobs like their local fast food restaurant or their local retail store. And they weren't getting hired purely because of who they married. And I was like, man, that's really messed up. And the more I started to research, the more I started to find out that there's actually a very big problem in military lives, and that is unemployment and underemployment amongst military spouses. With the number one reason being, we move a lot. All right, now I myself grew up a Marine Corps brat. My mom dealt with this in the 90s. All right, it's still a problem today, and it's been a problem since probably post-World War II. And I was like, man, this is really messed up. That the only opportunities military spouses have to make money is grinding and doing job to job to job wherever they move, network marketing businesses, which isn't for everybody. And I was like, man, I can help with this. I've been doing social media marketing for years and years and years. There has to be a way for me to teach military spouses how to use social media to grow and make money for their families while also helping small businesses, which is what I had been doing for years. So I started all-in-one social media. Fun fact for everybody, if like you're thinking about having kids or whatever, I have really good advice for you. Don't start a business at the start of your third trimester. It's a bad idea, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it for my daughter. I did. I have a lot of funny stories if anyone wants to hear about them. But I launched all-in-one social media on September 1st of 2015. And since then, we have helped small businesses grow on social media while putting military spouses to work anywhere that they get stationed around the world. So whenever anyone works with us, whether it's an agency where we act as their social media team or an individual business, you're helping to put a military spouse to work anywhere that they are. Now, something happened. These are some of our team members. I always forget to hit the slide. Then something happened. We got orders to South Korea. So from Texas to South Korea, and I was like, crap. How am I supposed to grow my business and help with these military spouses if I'm on the other side of the world? Like I had a lot going for me that while I was in the remote middle of nowhere in Texas, I could still like go to Dallas or El Paso or Austin or network locally or turn to my network, but we're talking like a 17-hour time difference. I was like, crap, what am I gonna do? And I found a book. This book is called Vlog Like a Boss. If anyone is thinking about doing anything with video, this is definitely where I would tell you to start. This is a great book by Amy Landino. At the time that she wrote it, it was Schmidt Tower. But it showed me how I can use video to establish myself as an expert in my industry no matter where I lived. In fact, she talks a lot about in her book about how she lives in Columbus, Ohio. And everyone's always like, oh, why don't you go to one of the like Meccas? Why don't you go to LA or New York? And she's like, no, I like Columbus. I can literally run my business and do everything that you guys can do from here. And so I was like, all right, I can do this. So when I got to Korea, I put together a plan to start my podcast and launch my YouTube channel. And y'all, it was rough. All right, if you think you're weird and gawky and fat or skinny or weird or don't know what you're doing, wait till y'all do your first video. You're gonna be like, what did I do? So if you go to my YouTube channel and you see my first video, you can see I'm really sweaty because like the room I'm filming in has great light but no air conditioning. I'm like sitting at a table where I have my webcam and I talk with my hands, if you can't tell, so I'm like hitting the desk and so like the camera shakes and but I did it. I hit the button. To quote my friend Brian Fanzo, I hit the damn button. I did it. It doesn't matter what you think you look like or how you go. All that matters is that people can hear you. I launched my channel with a web camera and a window that got really good sunlight. That was it. I did my first year on YouTube that way. And this is what it looks like. Now I have like a nice set, which if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll talk, I'm actually about to do it again because I'm moving again because Air Force life, right? You know, I vlog a lot more, I have a lot of fun, I tell my story. So why do I do this? And I'm telling you guys, if I can do this, you can do this. There's nothing exceptionally not like a famous person. I'm not like a size 2. I'm not weird. I'm just like everybody else. I'm a mom. I've had the C-section damage. I have struggled with my weight. I have gray hairs and I get my hair colored. Like all of your issues, I'm just going to let you go. It's just an excuse. If I can do this, you guys can do it. I promise. All it takes if you're worried about the way you look is good lighting and proper makeup, which I have videos that'll teach you how to do that, right? So why should you be doing this, right? So it's important to remember that social media is not about sales. It's about building community. All right. I love networking. I love being in person. One of the worst things about what I do with my job is that I'm at home all the time because it kind of drains me being by myself and excessively touched by my children, but that's a different story. But I really love being a part of communities and people. I love coming and doing this kind of stuff. Like, this is my community. You are my people. I love getting to talk to you. I love sharing with you. This is a community. Social media is just an outlet for that. All right. And so the other thing that we run into, social media is ever changing. We've had a lot of conversations today about Facebook changing stuff, and I'm going to talk about that today too, because Facebook's a pain in the ass and loves to ruin people's lives who are marketers. It's just how it is. I don't know what their deal is, but who you are doesn't change. At the end of the day, no matter what happens with social media, online, YouTube, whatever it is, I'm still Desiree. I'm still a mom. I'm still obsessed with Harry Potter. Like, that stuff doesn't change, and that doesn't change about who you guys are. Now, a lot of you might think, but Desiree, you're just you. Like, you're your own business. Like, no, I'm all on social media. I've got a team of 8. You know, we're helping, we're hustling, we're doing all of these things. I'm the face of my business, yes, but all of your brands have all these individual stories within them to talk about. Right? Everyone's got a story, and your team and your organizations all have people to be a part of that story. Your clients have stories that you can bring into your brand. So remember, who you are doesn't change, even though social media does. 82% of content consumed in 2019 is going to be video.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. 82%. How many of you are doing video at all for your businesses? See, and like I said, probably about 35% of the room raised their hand. That means that 82% of the people that are following you probably might not be paying attention to you as much because they don't want to read. Because why read when you can watch? Right? That's why movie adaptations tend to be more popular than books, even though the book is always better. But again, Harry Potter life. Anyway, so how do you do this? Right? That's what we're all here for. That's why I'm here to teach you about how do we do this. So this is where we're going to do fingers of fury, because they're going to be writing a lot of stuff. Okay? So when you leave this room, you're going to know what you should be to start, how you can get started, where you're going to want to put it, and then how you're going to get it out there. I have a lot of tools, I have a lot of resources, and we're going to map this out. Okay? So the first thing, I got to talk about this stuff works. I do this for my business. I do this for my clients' businesses. This is my friend Crystal. She runs a grooming salon in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. All right, Portsmouth, New Hampshire is 30 minutes north of Boston. Very small, like, beach town. Anyway, she started doing video at the start of 2018. She would go live. She's now at the point in her business where every time she posts a video, she's guaranteed to make a sale. She knows she's going to convert business from this because she started going through video. Small community. Literally, people stop her when she's out shopping or at like the grocery store. They're like, "Oh my God, you're Crystal, I saw you on your video. It was so great. It helped me with this thing. I totally am going to bring my dog in, or I bought that product." Local celebrity, local influencer, just because she has a grooming business. How normal can you get? Right? This is Eric. Eric is up in Portland, and he does PR, and he is literally addicted to doing video. He's like, it's the best way to get his message out. PR people love to talk and ramble. This is something that we do, and he loves that video can convey his message and connect with people, and he uses a lot of it with LinkedIn. And so he has a great way that he connects. And so these are the kinds of things that you guys are going to be doing with your business. So we don't just want to create for the sake of creating. Okay, so it's not just, okay, I'm just going to pull out my phone and just talk about stuff like, "Hi, I'm Desiree, and social media, that's a thing, and you should do it." Like, that's unintentional, it's not going to be helpful. So you want to make sure that you're creating with purpose, with your community in mind, and with search in mind. And we're going to talk a lot about search in this presentation, okay? How do you think people are finding you? They're searching for you. right? So we want to make sure that we're doing it. So we're going to start out with planning out our videos. So what I think that everyone needs to do when they start out their business is build what I call foundation videos. These are going to be the 15 to 20 things that you deal with all the time, right? So it's going to be things like, what do you do? What are your services? Why are you different? How are you going to help them? What is it that you're going to help them accomplish? These are questions that you get asked all the time. Dentist office, do you take my insurance? For a chiropractor, it's like, why do I need a chiropractor? Are you going to help me with my health? My back is all messed up. How is this going to fix it? Start with the things that you do all the time. And the reason you're going to do it is because you know the answers to these. One of the biggest hang-ups that people have with videos, they don't know what to say. I'm to ask you, hey, what do you do for your business? You can talk about it. It's easy for you to talk about. Start with what is easy. What is easy for you to talk about, okay? And you're also going to be able to get the most mileage out of these videos. Not only can you use them as a part of your video marketing strategy, but you can also use them for your website, for your FAQ page, for your homepage. You can use them in email drip campaigns when people are interested in your business for the first time. You can get a lot of legs out of these, and so it's a great way for you to get started, okay? Then, when we get into ongoing distribution of your content, this is the secret, it's in consistency. Pick a day and a time every week that you're going to post a video. You can guarantee for me that you're going to get 3 videos a week on my YouTube channel every week. We publish at 10 a.m. Pacific time, I think on like Monday, and we're changing for the summer, so I think it's 2 weeks, so like Monday and Thursday is what we're doing for my videos. You know it's going to be there. And the reason it's important for your audience to know when they can count on content for you, but the algorithm wants to know that they can count on you. This is TGIF. This is SNCC all over again. Every Friday at 8 p.m., every Saturday at 7 p.m., right? You know that you can count on it at every time. The algorithm wants to know they can count on you. The more they can count on you, the more happy they are going to be with you. So you want to pick a platform as your master platform. And I've got 3 different ones for you to choose from. YouTube, I love YouTube. YouTube is the bee's knees. It's got a lot of search, allows you to build a lot of stuff. And eventually, if you do it right, you can get to a point where it makes money for you. My YouTube channel is monetized because I have worked really hard at it. But there are some people who literally their whole job is just YouTube, and they make millions. I'm not saying that you can't get there, but I'm saying that that's a rare thing. But you can get to a point where it can at least pay for itself. Facebook Live. I don't know if you guys know this. I love talking to people. I know. You never would have guessed I'm such an introvert. And I very much, what I do with my business, I have a Facebook Live show. It's how I record my podcast. I record my podcast on my Facebook Live Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I almost always have someone interviewing because I am not the expert in everything. And my job with my podcast is to present to you guys with all of the marketing options that really are available to you. Because video marketing is not the only solution. You know, sometimes online marketing isn't even a solution for businesses. And like maybe when you talk about like expos and conventions and in-person networking, the power of BNI, all this kind of stuff. And so I love interviewing people and talking about it and building that content for my site. So I do Facebook Lives and I record my podcast. So why YouTube? So YouTube, there's the stats, right? There's a lot. People like it. Right? It's the number 2 search engine in the world for a reason, owned by the number 1. Like that's just kind of like a standard thing that most of us know. But what I love about YouTube is this last one. It's where people go to solve their problems. How many of you guys have searched for something in the last week that you needed to know? Like for me, where to eat in Coeur d'Alene, right? Or how, where to stay, what to do. Local services. When I'm in Vegas, I'm always looking for things like where to eat, something for my kids to do, all that kind of stuff. So where people go to solve their problems, how to do things. How many of you have used YouTube to fix something in your house? How many of you have used YouTube to solve or learn something for your business? Right? You guys literally, if you're using it that way, you know a lot of people are the way. And the great thing about YouTube is it's got such a big demographic of people that are using it. So I love YouTube because it solves people's problems. My whole YouTube channel is actually built on solving people's problems. Facebook. So a lot of people don't know this because it got hidden a little bit by the big F8 changes where they made the big shift to communities and they were like, F you to all of the page owners, right? We're all there. We've all established that in this conference, right? Well, they did this kind of secretly. No one knew about it. But so on May 6th, they decided to update how they were going to emphasize your video rankings. So what Facebook is doing is they're getting rid of Facebook Watch. I know they put a lot of investment, but they're getting away from it. It's like you can't go create a watch channel anymore. And what they want you to do is use the video template that is a setting for your Facebook page. There's lots of different settings based on what kind of business you have. And so that's where you get categorized with video. It's kind of weird. If you want more questions about it, just ask me later. But what they did is they changed how they're going to rank your videos on Facebook. And it's with these things: loyalty and intent, like how many people are watching and continuing to come back to you. Video and viewing duration, so how long is the video? They want, they kind of feel like 5 to 10 minutes is like a sweet spot for videos, because so many people think, oh, short form Facebook video is what does best. But if it's under a minute, Facebook is devaluing it now. And it was established in this article. And then originality. They want original content. They're like, no, you don't need YouTube. You do. You totally need YouTube, but they're trying to say you don't. So they want all of your original content, which is why I love Facebook Live. Facebook Live literally allows for you to do all of these things with one planned out stream. You're literally getting people watching, loyal, they're commenting on your videos as it's happening, or on the replay, especially if you boost it. It's going to be longer, and then of course it's obviously going to be original. You're making it literally for the channel. Podcasting. Now I love podcasting. How many of you guys listened to a podcast on your way here today? All right, how many of you listened to podcasts in the last week? I love podcasts. I do not know how to consume content that isn't with my eyes or my ear, with my eyes and my ears more. I love, that was a really weird thing to say, Desiree. If I can't listen to people talk about it or watch a video, I probably can't do it, because it requires reading. It requires so much of my brain. The moment I read something, my kids destroy something. So that's where this evolution of myself has come. But what I really love about these stats is that 80% of podcast listeners listen to the whole podcast. The whole thing. How great is that? Right? So if you think about it, 51% of the population is listening to podcasts. And of the 50%, 80% of them are finishing it. How many of you, when was the last time any of you guys finished watching a video on social media? Really think about it. Right? It's crazy, because usually you kind of can tell when the video is going to end, okay, this video is over. What I need from this video, I'm out, right? So this is really great. So pick a platform that you like to create your content on as your hub. But know this, no matter what you create, it has to be uploaded to YouTube. I know that sounds kind of redundant, but no matter what you create, whether it's a Facebook Live or whether it's a podcast, you still are going to upload it to YouTube as well. Because again, a lot of what we're doing is for what? Search. We want you to get searched for. Alright, so when you show up for YouTube, YouTube is going to show up for you. They're going to keep suggesting you to other people, especially the more you dive into things like the analytics and the keywords and stuff like that, which is what we do at my agency. So when you show up for YouTube, they're going to show up for you. So we want to create great content based on search. Solve people's problems with those 15 to 20 things that we talked about doing. Right? Also, by writing those 15 to 20 things, you have 15 to 20 weeks of content. So what did I say? 1 day a week, right? Drip it out slowly. So create it once, and then put it where your ideal client wants to consume it. I think that a lot of people in my space talk about jack of all trades, master of none. And we've all heard that. And I think that there is something to it, but I also think that it's important to keep in mind that not everybody consumes content the same way. Now, if I'm a YouTuber and I'm teaching people how to use YouTube, obviously it doesn't make sense for me to put a lot of stock into Facebook. But I feel like for most of us who have normal businesses, who are doing no more things, that are just trying to get more business, we need to be putting our content where people want to consume it. Because your customers could be like a mom, and like me, where I'm very busy, I have to listen to things or watch a video. Like my best friend, she's a food blogger. She refuses to produce video because she doesn't like to consume video. She only likes to read blogs. So it's one of the things, I don't read and she doesn't watch, so we never know what we're doing. But it's a whole different thing. But you want to put it where you want your customers to consume stuff. So every piece of content that I make for my business goes to video and it gets a blog, which we'll talk about in my blueprint. So this is the blueprint. Okay, so in my perfect world, all of you use Facebook Live to create your first video. Or maybe you do a podcast, which is fine. Or maybe it's a Facebook Live that is a podcast that you share on YouTube, like what I do. You'd find what works for you. Right? I don't want to pressure you. But after this part, though, is when the distribution comes in that you kind of have to do all this stuff. So this is me. This is one of my most recent episodes of my podcast that I did. I went live I multicast. I go live on Facebook and on YouTube, as you can see. And then it goes up onto Apple for my podcast. So I'm on YouTube, Facebook, podcast, okay? And then I take it and I turn it into a blog. Now, why is it important to have a blog? Well, because Google says you need to have a blog, right? Do we all like being found? Do we all like making Google happy? Then you have to have a blog. You have to be creating new content for your website. And what I really love is that when you have a blog with video, it will always outperform a blog that has no video. So think about your competitors that you have in your industry. How many of them have a blog? Let's say you blog with the exact same thing, but you have a video. Who do you think Google is going to show first? Right? Don't put your Facebook Live up there though. Okay? Facebook Live only counts with your vanity metrics, okay? So it's important to make sure that views don't matter, search matters, okay? What I really love about a video marketing strategy is that you can keep using the content to market over and over again. One thing that's hard about Facebook is it's kind of like you feel like, anyone else like they're in the constant state of grinding and creating content over and over again? Like I love when I get to come to events because I'm like, ooh, I get to like batch a bunch of content. I get to take a bunch of like easy Instagram stories, right? It's just little things. So it's like, I feel like you're grinding. But when you're doing it this way, you can create something, even if it's just one video a month, and you can focus your month on that content. Then the next month you have 2 videos to market. And then the next month you have 3 videos to market. So you can keep marketing it because not everyone's going to see it the first time. You could get new customers in. They don't know about video number 1 when you're at video number 6. Right? So that's what I love about video marketing, and this plan allows for it to stay alive. Okay? So if you did not do a Facebook Live, upload your video natively to Facebook. I'm going to say this, and I want this to be the one thing that you remember more than anything else out of this presentation, besides how awesome I am, which is do not share your YouTube videos on Facebook. Do not share your YouTube videos on Facebook. Right? Just don't do it. Right? Facebook's gonna like slap you around and not get you seen. They're not gonna do it. They don't want you to leave the platform. They really don't want you to go to YouTube. Just put it up on Facebook. You can literally copy all of the titles and the description and the keywords into the video for Facebook. And the difference is that you're doing the Facebook one for topical content. Like this is content from my stream for now versus YouTube is forever. Okay? Evergreen versus topical. Right? Upload it, tag it, all this kind of stuff. What is it about making videos online that whenever like they like pre-generate a thumbnail for you, you're always like this? Right? Like, it's just like, why? Why though? So, get it together. Right? No, sorry, I think it's funny. All right, so, but I don't know why that's in there. Sorry, guys. So the next thing that we're going to do, so we have our content. We have it on our home place. We've created the blog. We've uploaded natively to Facebook if we did not go live. And then we need to promote it. All right, so then we're going to go to Instagram. So what we want to do is create a news feed video, like so. Maybe? There it is. Where you have your message, your hashtags, and it's no longer than 60 seconds. At the end of, okay, it didn't show up. So at the end of the video, I don't know why it's out there, I'm sorry, I have, for the full video, go to YouTube, link in bio. Okay? You're giving teasers, you're giving little hints about this. My favorite example of this is Social Media Examiner. How many of you guys have watched The Journey with Social Media Examiner? Only a couple of you? Okay. So Social Media Examiner is kind of like the Bible the CNN of the social media space. They put on this huge conference called Social Media Marketing World, and they have a series that they do from fall through spring, getting ready. It's like a vlog, getting ready for Social Media Marketing World. It's very cool. It's a little dry sometimes, but you know, planning an event can only be so interesting. And they have that. They do this little like catchphrase teaser, and then they have this graphic at the end of it that's like, for more information or to watch the full video, go to our YouTube channel, because that converts for them. So what I like about this is you have now also created another piece of content for your social media calendar. All right, if anything I love me a good social media calendar. So more content we can create to add into our rotation, the better. Guy Kawasaki says you should share something a minimum of 17 times before you put it into your rotation of ongoing sharing content. All right, so don't worry about sharing it too much. All right, not everyone sees your stuff. All right, next you want to make an Instagram story post. Okay, these are very different things. 15 seconds in square, or sorry, 60 seconds in square, 15 seconds lasts for 24 hours. Okay, Amy Landino, again, she's one of my favorite people. I love following her stuff. She does a combination of two. So she has like these pre-generated videos that she does that are like new episode out, right? And then she has these graphics promoting what the video is about that she's had made. And she does have swipe up, but you know, you have to have with 10,000 followers, but you don't even need to do that. You can just say link in bio for your stuff. It's fine. So, Instagram stories. Okay, next, text-based video. Who knows what text-based videos are? They're videos with words on them and like no sound. 84% of people don't watch videos on social media, Facebook and YouTube included, with sound on. 84%. It's like a lot. Like how many of you guys will not watch a video if you can't read what's being said? Right? I've got kids, or I'm in bed, or whatever the reason, maybe like I'm in line at Starbucks and I can't hear it anyway. Right? Just think about how you would want to watch this piece of content. You want to have text. So if you can add subtitles to your videos, do it. It'll always help you out. But text-based videos are kind of like a recap of what the video is about. You can add text in, no sound, it's like a soundtrack. You can use images in the background and videos, and it can like work through it for you. The reason you want to do this is one, it's another piece of content for your content calendar. It's very Facebook friendly. It allows for your content to still get seen and consumed. And at the end of it, you can put go watch the full video here, or for more information, go here, and you can direct people to your YouTube channel, right, or to your blog. Cool? All right, so take a picture. This is our final blueprint.
This is great.
Thank you. All right, are we on with so far? We get it. Create our content, put it somewhere. Make it a blog. Promote it, okay? Cameras are all down. Okay, so let's recap. Create your video, embed the YouTube video into a blog, upload to Facebook, square teaser, story, text-based video, right? These are our recap. Okay. Sorry, I'm making sure everyone's seeing their pictures. I hate being at presentations and they literally see the cameras up and they go to the next slide. It makes me crazy. Okay, so how do we keep this video alive? You've created this video. You've put your awkward heart and soul into it and you're ready to share it with the world and hope they don't judge you too harshly. So how do we keep it alive, okay? So the first thing we're doing, so what have we been talking about a lot in this presentation? Sir, yeah, come on, say it with me. This is crowd participation. Yeah, I know our insulin is low. We need food, but we'll get there, okay? Search. So again, how you title things and what you create for. This is why it's important with, so one of my top performing videos, it cracks me up to this day, is how to go live horizontally on your phone. So I kept running into this issue with my friend where she would go live, she would set it all up, and then she'd turn it sideways. Like, no, you can't go live that way. You have to be that way before you act. So I literally made a video for her, and it has over like 15,000 views on my YouTube channel. And people are like, I I didn't know, but it's so simple. And then iPhone made an update, and they're working through it with Facebook, so you can't actually go live horizontally on the iPhone. It's weird and cracks me up. But anyway, but search. So because people are searching how to go live horizontally, right? So I'm that solution for them. Same with YouTube. If you're searching on YouTube for things like how to link your Instagram to your Facebook, these are the kinds of problems I'm solving for people. So they want to know how to do it, right? So be people's solutions based on search. Okay, Pinterest. Who loves Pinterest? When was the last time someone commented on something on Pinterest? Pinterest is a search engine. Don't forget that, right? If I had to divide the world up into social media platforms and search engines would be YouTube, Google, Pinterest, and then social would be Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, right? So Pinterest allows you to keep your stuff alive more. All you have to do is create a tall graphic, right? Make it visually appealing, add your text, and then upload it to Pinterest. And make sure you have this backlink to where the blog goes. Backlink to the blog, right? Because Pinterest is good for your SEO, for your website, right? And what also is on your blog? Video. Yeah, your YouTube videos. They can watch your YouTube video as well, right? Pinterest. I love Pinterest. And you do it once and it's done. You do it once, just let them have fun with it, okay? Number 3, Twitter. Who here uses Twitter? I know that actually some of you say not a lot of people do a lot with Twitter. Twitter's a great place though to promote, right? And so Twitter's demographic is usually more predominant with millennials in bigger cities, but a lot of different people use it on customer service. But it's a great way to distribute your content. Brian Fanzo, I'm a big fan of his content. He created us a little teaser about upcoming podcasts that he had. You can just upload your teaser, or you can create a video just for what you want to talk about, add it into your content calendar of rotation. You can tweet this stuff out as much as you want. Just spread it out. Okay? Next we have boosting. Who boosts posts? I love boosting posts. This is Dennis Yu. Dennis Yu is like the guru of Facebook ads. I know that we don't like words like guru, but he really is great about it. He's such a nerd. And I love him. But he talks about how you can boost the post whenever you put it up, as long as it's relevant. So this is a post that he sent me recently. This is from 2017. He's like, I boosted it because it's so relevant. Keep boosting it for people to see. If you have something that you've done that you like, that gets you leads, that works, boost it. Doesn't matter when it happened. No one cares. What they care about is what you're saying. So boost your content. Okay? And then LinkedIn. Everyone's all a buzzing of Twitter about LinkedIn these years. Like, oh, I'm all in on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's the bomb. High five LinkedIn. Like, whatever. LinkedIn's cool. I like it. Pick one. Be good at it. This is my friend Tisha. Tisha does these things called convos in my Camry. She found that she was like in her car waiting for things, like her kids did chess practice and soccer and gymnastics and the kid pickup line, and so she's like, I gotta do something productive with my time. And so she pulled her phone and started having these conversations in her Camry, and they're a big hit on LinkedIn for her community. And so I did my own study. I went in on LinkedIn and I spent 30 days and I did a lot of data, and this is my own list of things I suggest that you do to help your LinkedIn videos be better. So if you are looking to promote your existing content, create a video with your phone, very basic, or even like with your webcam, and talk to LinkedIn directly. So hey LinkedIn, that captures people immediately because they know that you made it just for that, the feed, just for the platform they're on. Look professional. On the days that I didn't do my makeup, or I was just kind of sloppy, I had like an 80% drop in people watching my videos. So it's a professional network for a reason. Look professional. And I feel, and this is my caveat, and I have a whole rant about this. If anyone wants to talk to me offline about this, this information is definitely kind of tailored more towards women, because men can be professional in baseball hats, but women aren't professional with mom bun and tank tops. So. Keep it short, less than a minute to 2 minutes. It's going to help you out a lot. Embed captions. This is huge. Again, 84% of people, right? It's another big deal on LinkedIn. Because people are at work, in their cubicles or wherever, so they want to read what you have to say. So and LinkedIn does not auto-generate your closed captions for you. So make sure you do that with LinkedIn. And add your hashtags. You use up to 10 hashtags in your LinkedIn posts. You can see she's got them here. Just put them at the bottom. Okay? Cool? LinkedIn? All right.
I have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
The makeup, so far as even we do that any certain scenario of any video, like whether it's YouTube, Facebook Live?
Like presentability?
Yeah,
Okay.
the makeup.
All right. This is the part just for the women. I don't look like this all the time. Full disclosure, I wish I did. I don't. I get ready and I record and do a bunch of stuff at one time and just change my shirt. Sorry, I just ruined the magic. Sorry. Obviously, I'm not changing my shirt on camera, but I mean, I do my fancy contour makeup and I curl my hair nice. It's always like really clean. But I'll literally record in one day like 15 to 20 videos. And I get done, I take pictures, and I'll even do like in between, if I really want to get aggressive, I'll record my stories ahead of time. Like, hey guys, video's out today talking about how to go live horizontally on your phone. Make sure you check the link in the bio. And that way it kind of matches, but you batch it out. But if you're going to do something topically, you just kind of got to think about it. So for me, I'm trying to, like, I will do no makeup and I'll pull, and my hair will be up, but I'll make sure it's not like frizzy like bedhead, and I often like will put a shirt on so I'm not notching on my bra straps and stuff. For men, I would say be nice shaven. Don't wear hats because it's hard unless you're going to tip it up so you can see your eyes, because that's where the connection happens. And obviously no stained clothes, profanities, that kind of thing. Cool? All right. So we've talked about what to create, where to put it. We've talked about how to continue to distribute it. Now I'm going to give you the tools to make it happen. Okay? So here are some more tools to help you create things. So Audiogram. I really like Audiogram because it allows for you to do, it's free. Okay? And this is in that list I sent you with my Facebook bot. It allows for you, it will generate the text for you on your videos. That's what I like. So I do this for my podcast when I'm being, again, really aggressive and together. Picture of my guest and like a clip of the thing, and it puts it together for me. It has a little sound file. I really like it. And again, you're creating more content for your content calendar. Yes, ma'am?
Do you use the YouTube caption creator too? Have you used that?
So YouTube will auto-generate your closed captions for you. I encourage you to use a third-party tool. There's rev.com, R-E-V, it's not in this presentation, rev.com. It's $1 a minute for closed captions. They'll send you a CRT file, which you can upload to Facebook and to YouTube for your closed captions. Audiogram, though, allows you to make social clips for your stuff. So this is a sound bite. There's audio. I didn't do audio because I'm always talking because I don't want anyone to talk over me. But that goes through it, and it's made with Audiogram. It's free. You have the link in your resources on Facebook where you can get it. Okay? Kapwing! Not only is it my favorite tool, it's fun to say. So Kapwing allows you to take one video and convert it into all of the platforms that you need it to go on. So you can do it for Facebook. You can do it for Instagram. You can do it for stories. You can do it for Twitter. Okay, it sizes it down to the appropriate thing. It does the right links for you. I know, I'm blowing your mind. Kapwing. It's amazing. Kapwing! It's free. Yeah, it is fun. It's actually like side note, one of my favorite things about it, female made. She was a programmer at Google. She went on her own and she made this. It's the best. I have a podcast with her. I talk about it. These are all the kinds of different things that you can do. You can watermark it. You can mute video studio, video collages. It'll make GIFs for you. Kapwing. It's in your resources that I sent you on Facebook. Okay? I made it really easy, right? Rocketium. Weird. I know. All of my favorite resources have weird names. So Rocketium has a great video stock library. Right? You can't always create video. These are simple videos that we actually make for our clients, promoting what they have going on in their business. Sales, promotions, we make them on Instagram and for Facebook, post it up, logo at the end. All right, that video though, is the stock video at the end. So if you need to make something like those text-based videos or something you're trying to get out quickly, Rocketium is a great I spent a lot of time looking for a tool that had the reason I say Rocketium is because it has a gigantic stock library. That is the only reason I pick them as the best. But they will also let you upload your own images and videos as well. So if you want to create your own custom text-based videos. All right, now, this is one of my clients, Ahern. We create videos for them for military. So they came to me, they're like, did you know that military spouses make the home decisions and financial decisions in military life? And I was like, yeah. Duh. They're like, well, we've been marketing our business to active duty service members this whole time. Like, well, you're doing it wrong. And so we came up with this idea. I was a lot nicer, I promise. I came up with this idea. Sassy is part of my branding. With this idea where let's gather the information that everyone needs to know when they're going to move to a new base. And so every base we go over like how far Target is, because that's what people care about. Target, we crowdsource the information. Target, childcare, airport, grocery stores, all the things that people care about when they're going to a base for the first time. People are searching for information and we provide them with a video based on whatever base that they're at. We made this in Rocket AM. Okay. This is TubeBuddy. If you're doing anything with YouTube, you need TubeBuddy. They do have a free account, again, available in your link and I gave you for Facebook. It allows for you to make better titled videos so that it's found more. So part of the thing that's hard about YouTube is getting found, and getting your videos seen. And so sometimes how to create a Facebook page would be hard to rank for. It probably would have a poor rating. So in this place is getting started with social media. They're saying that it's bad. It grades your titles for you, right? So it tells you the search volume is bad, the composition is bad, optimization strength is good. There's not a lot you can do. So like, okay, it's gonna help you work through making it better. So the next step, okay, social media marketing starter kit. Right, that's a little bit better. It gives you the grade. And like, you know what? Getting started with social media for retail. Now that is something that would be a better video for you to do. It's like for my business, right? Based on this. So TubeBuddy allows you to create better titles and hashtags for your YouTube videos so that you're able to be found in search. Again, link in your Facebook app that I gave you. Okay? Sendable. Okay, Sendable is my favorite. Oh, I love it. Got some questions for you, okay? Do you have a lot of social networks that you manage? Raise your hand. Do you find that managing social content, scheduling, tracking, and engaging is a pain in the butt? Okay. Do you have a lot of people on your team? No, not the right room for that? Okay, good to know. And then do you wish that everything you needed to do is in one place? To manage everything. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, blogging, conversations, engagements, reporting. Sendable. Again, it's in your link so you guys can click it. I have literally been using Sendable for 9 years.
Wow.
9. I've tried all the social media softwares for management, Hootsuite, TweetDeck, Buffer, Agorapulse, Sprout Social. I've tried them all. I always come back to them. It's easy. It understands agencies. It's specific. It's really designed for agencies, but it works great if you have lots of accounts. The default that I find with a lot of other platforms is like the more you add, the more you try to do, the less user-friendly it is. Then on top of it, Sendable also takes what you guys want into account and adds it in. So, yes ma'am.
How's the reporting?
Amazing. I will show you an example if you want to. I have it on my phone. In fact, someone asked me about that last night. The reporting is great. It tells you things like so I do monthly snapshots for my clients. It tells us impressions, reach, growth, best times to post, top performing posts, demographic information, all that stuff for every platform that's on there. So it's great, Sendable. Again, link on your Facebook app. And then StreamYard. Now, I love going live, but in order for me to go live, I want it to be pretty, and I want it to be very collaborative. So I use StreamYard. Who's familiar with BeLive? BeLive TV, Ecamm? Okay, good. Then you haven't been tainted. Do it right with StreamYard, okay? StreamYard, super user-friendly and easy to use. It allows you to have, well, the reason it's important to me is I have a design background. I like that I can make everything pretty. I want it to be very presentable. I want it to kind of look like a new show. So this is my show. This is all the Marketing for Your Boring Business Live show. And then I did this big thing in partnership with TubeBuddy, which was a Women of YouTube live stream. I got a bunch of different kinds of YouTubers here that were women, and we talked about how being a women YouTuber, like the struggles that we individually faced and things that we're doing, because again, representation matters. In the YouTube space, it's a lot of guys, even though literally half of the consumers on YouTube are women. So if you're thinking about YouTube and you're a lady, know the CEO of YouTube says we want more women creators. Okay, so, but the reason it looks pretty, StreamYard. Okay, again, link in your Facebook app, all right? And then here's my bonus, is this email, all right? If you ever get an email from me, there's gonna be a part of the message that looks like this. Oh yeah, by the way, P.S. You know what, did you know? Oh, also, and then it's talking about what my latest YouTube video is about, or what I'm trying to promote the most. Like right now, it says, I did something kind of crazy, and I did something kind of crazy, and I told my biggest, scariest, most bad professional mistake ever, and how it changed my life. Go watch to find out. And it literally converts. People literally will reply back from my emails like, wow, that's so crazy. Because they don't realize that it's part of, that it's like my signature, but that it's just part of the email. So this is a great way to get it. It's my little bonus for you guys. Okay, so now what? Okay, so we're gonna plan our content. We're gonna start creating and testing. How many of you hate the word testing? I hate testing content. I do. I hate spending the time, the resources, the manpower, the money to find things that work, because I hate losing. I hate when things don't work. A lot of times, especially small business owners and people that work with small brands, we get hung up, oh, it didn't work, so I'm never doing it again. I tried Facebook. People say, I tried Facebook, it didn't work for me. I was like, well, were you doing it right? Were we doing it for you? What were you trying to do? What were your goals? Did you have an objective, an accomplishment? Like, testing's hard, but it's important. Use the checklist as a resource to guide you through your content distribution plan. You ready? Okay. Here you go. So if you were just to print this off and like laminate it and like use it as like a dry erase marker as like your checklist for every time you made a video and did this, like that, made that, you'd be set to go. All the cameras? Nope, not yet. Okay. Who's this right now? I know you guys are really overwhelmed, but just get started. All you have to do is think about something that you want to record, something you want to say to people. Pull out your phone, find some decent lighting in a quiet space, and record. Your first video will be terrible. Go watch my first video, it'll make you feel better about yourself. Okay, I promise. Set a plan and just get started with your first video. Okay guys, if you miss it the first time, I have it back here for you. Did anyone miss it? Yeah. Okay, so my advice is come up here. There's like a black line you can stand at, and it'll let you scan it. And I'm gonna do Q&A while people scan.
Okay, I'm going to bring the microphone around because we want to make sure and get these recorded on the video. So, yeah, we'll go right here first.
So when you put the little advertisement at the end of your email, do you want to put like best under or before?
So I put it above my signature, my like see you on the web or whatever, because no one will see it underneath it. Like literally, when was the last time you like very intricately read someone's signature? I think that people put all this stock and investment in like fancy signatures is kind of a waste of time. But this isn't, because people think it's part of the message. Yes, ma'am.
I have quite a few questions. So
okay, I'm ready.
been really lazy with my video lately, but I have probably hundreds of videos. So
Okay.
Go back and recycle some of them.
Yeah, keep if you've made something and it's still relevant to your business, keep sharing it. Like create it once and keep using it. That's the whole objective. Don't spin your wheels. Don't have to be content machines.
And have you used iMovie?
Huh?
For iMovie for editing?
That's what I have on my computer. I have an editor. Full disclosure, I have an editor. If you got, like the sales pitch of this, if you guys need help with any of this, this is what I do. We give you your time back so that you can focus on running your business while we handle your social media and video marketing. So if you have questions about that, you have my bot now, or you can just come talk to me. I'm the only one wearing purple here, so really easy to find. So, you had a question.
Oh yeah, it's about the repurposing. It's about the repurposing.
Okay.
I always feel like how much is too much though? Like, I mean, like, is there a limit? Like, let's say I did something, I've already shared it 3 times. In the past year.
Okay.
I mean, what is the time frame?
Guy
I mean, like,
Kawasaki says 17 times in like a month period of time. Add it into your rotation. Use your content continuously as long as it is relevant. You should have a social media content calendar that's a mix of new content but sharing your old stuff as well. So if you've already made something, like I said, you can get away with one video a month and continuing to distribute it and promote it and take little clips from it and create graphics and stuff from it for like a whole month. You can be aggressive like me and do 2 videos a week, and like I'm a content machine. I love creating content. Like that's my favorite thing in the world, and that's why I have my job, because I get to help other people create stuff. Don't ever ask me to do a Facebook ad for you, I'm gonna punch you. Like I'm not good at that stuff, I love to create. But some people don't have time, and so that's when you can like take what you have and distribute it. That's why you should do at least one a month, and just like let them be the focal for what you're doing.
Have you always loved to create and do videos, or was there kind of a learning period of getting comfortable in front of the camera? And if so, how did you do that?
I'm weird. I remember my sophomore year of high school, I had a project where we had to talk about DNA. I did a whole video about like where you got to pick like what your genes were. I want blue eyes and blonde hair for my kid, like genetic mutation. I used this giant camcorder we had in my house, and I like filmed it from the perspective of a Barbie doll. And like did all this really weird stuff with it. I love creating video. I'm an artist. That's what I went to college for. It was for multimedia. But I didn't get in front of the camera until I launched my YouTube channel. I suffer from mom syndrome, where I'm the one always taking the pictures, no one's taking pictures of me, and so I've always been behind the camera. So getting in front of the camera was a different hurdle for me to get in front of. I don't mind talking to people. I love talking. So I love sharing and connecting. So it's just the hardest part, I think, is one, you have to be able to get yourself on camera, and number 2 is realizing that you're not talking to a camera lens, you're talking to a person. So give that person and talk to your ideal customer, your ideal viewer, give them a name. And have like, hey Sarah, I'm here to help you with this today. For me, at this point, I talk to my editor because I know that I'm entertaining him in some way. So he always teases me. He's like, you always have this process before your videos where like I floof. He calls it my floof. And I lick my lips and I go, I'm like, okay, let's do this. And he's always like, it cracks him up. And so it's just one of those fun things that we do when I edit. Any other questions? Oh, yes, sir.
What do you think about Periscope? Maybe as a substitute for like Facebook Live? Is it just the audience is too small, you think? Or?
So Periscope is a great place if that's where your people are. I personally, my people aren't on Periscope. I talk to marketers and businesses. So I know the number one place that they are is on YouTube and Facebook, so that's where I spend my time. You have to be producing in the place, one, that you like to create content. You should probably also like to consume content there, but also your target demographic needs to be there. Like, that's like, you could use Reddit if you wanted to, but are your people on Reddit? So you have to kind of figure out.
So a lot of your stuff that you used as examples is like how-to kind of videos, because that's what you do. But like I write fiction, so I mean, like I know book trailers are a thing, but like I don't know really how effective they are. And like what kind of videos would you recommend somebody do?
Well, what do you, let me ask, so you write fiction, so like you're an author, you write books?
Yes.
Okay, so what I would do in your case is I would find ways to do maybe like, you could read excerpts from your books, you could talk with people who have read your books about like what they think of your books, you could do vlogs where it's literally just about yourself. Creating an environment around you, the brand, as the author, day in the life of the author, and you could like vlog about going and doing readings, your writing process, going through things. I like doing vlogs in my business and with my YouTube channel about like my life. So like, I will straight up have like hot mess mom vlogs but I have something I want to say and I kind of will map it out. And I have a video about how to vlog on the go, if you want to go watch my YouTube channel. So I would just find a dial into like building your community around you. So people, obviously, if they're coming to your YouTube channel because of your books and because they found you through your name, give them something to draw them in and be a bigger fan of yours in that way.
So back to the whole social media marketing world's journey.
Yes.
They pulled all of their video off Facebook and they're onto YouTube.
Yep.
So do you think you'll think about doing that, or what are the advantages of each?
So here's the thing. So So it wasn't that the Social Media Examiner pulled all of their videos off of YouTube.
Well, they just
or off of Facebook. They didn't do that. They evaluated what they were doing on the platform, and they realized that they were producing too much content for Facebook and getting a very minimal conversion. And so what they decided to do is they dropped the journey and moved it exclusively to YouTube to help grow their YouTube channel because it monetizes. And then the other thing that they can keep using it for their blogs and all that kind of stuff. It helps with their SEO. And two, they cut some of their live shows that they were doing. So they do one live show a week now, and then they just post their articles and things like that, and polls and stuff like that. But what Social Media Examiner has in tandem with their Facebook page is they have a very active email list, and they have the Social Media Examiner Society, which is a paid Facebook group that you can be a part of, where a lot of, like I'm in it, and it's where social media people come to have community where they have weekly trainings, ongoing stuff, and you can ask questions and get answers and work through problems. So that's what you have to evaluate. What is the right platform for you? What is and isn't working? And this is testing. Social Media Examiner tested it. They pulled the data. They saw what wasn't and wasn't working. They had the vanity metrics. They're like, I had tens of thousands of people that were watching my video. When they pulled up the analytics, it was literally 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and by a minute, it was like it had plateaued off. But on YouTube, it was people watched through it, because a lot of people are consuming story-based content on YouTube versus with Facebook, it's just informative one-off information.
Fantastic. Anyone else have questions for Ms. Desiree? Can we give her a warm welcome? Thank you.